Alright, and we are back. What's up, Twitch and YouTube? It's your boy Scry. We're going to be doing the ladder again today. I can only do about a short stream. I got a big test tomorrow and differential equations and stuff like that, so we're only going to play for about an hour today, and then we'll see how far we can get. So let's just jump right into it. We got Murloc Paladin. Continuing kind of where we left off. I did make some changes to the deck. I went more with like a traditional Murloc build. I took out the pirate package and the Galactic crawlers. I was looking at the data and I really didn't face as many rogues as I thought I would. And I think the more Murloc package with the Grim Scales and the Seers and stuff like that will definitely help me get on board early and keep that board. But that being said, I still want my lower drop Murlocs. Like the Chum. We want to get on board against a priest. We want to get on board early, and we got to deal as many damage as we can. I also like the Spellbreaker tech. Because I'm not sure if you guys remember the a Skellymancer and the Spike Ridge Steed that really screwed me over last time we streamed. I think it's also pretty good against a lot of the bigger stuff in the meta right now, with Big Priest and Big Druid and stuff like that. It's good to shut down a big threat. So we had a pretty good curve here. Opened up pretty quick on them. Just gotta watch the board clears. Try to do as much damage as we can early. Hopefully knock them out fast. It's one of the reasons of including Chum now. Kind of buff my guys and get on the board as quick as possible. I'm still up in the air about the Cold Light Seers. We'll see how they work out. If I don't like them as much, I may go back to Galactic Crawlers. We'll see what kind of matchups we get. Alright, this is probably a Spirit Lash. Yeah. It's okay, I only killed one of my guys. Kind of nothing else I can do here. Big thing, I was also going over the data. I had 1 to 1 Warlock the entire time we played. And we played, I think, 8 Warlocks on the data. Board clear. And so that was kind of disappointing. Hopefully we won't see as many Warlocks today. I think Finge is a better play here than just dropping a Scalebane that could get death or something like that very easily. Finge will help me build my board again if I can find a way to kill something with it. Looking at 6th turn, I could really use a Steed, Spike Ridge Steed, to throw on him. Rallying Blade will help as well. So we're going to go ahead and do the Rallying Blade. I think I'm going to go ahead and kill the Talon. Because why give him an extra card, right? Alright, so here's a couple Murlocs. There's another Murloc. Right. Problem with that is that kind of set up a turn 6 board clear with Dragonfire Potion. But he's going to do some Priest Shadowward Pain magic. And then probably clear Finja with his Loot Hoarder. That's fine. That's fine, we're still in decent position here. Now the real question is, should I drop the Curator now? Or are we looking at Scalebane, Tidecaller? What's he going to do on turn 7? I mean, he can still do his board clears and stuff like that, but he would kill his Priest of the Feast. Excuse me. I think I'm going to do Curator. Set up my hand a little better. There we go. I'm just going to go face here. Since he only has 5 damage from here, I'm just leaving that for the curator there. I could have cleared his loot hoarder, but that'll give him an extra card right away. And he could have thought about it. I'd rather him do the trade. Dragonfire, okay. So he keeps his priest alive. So I want to rallying blade, I know that. I want to clear that priest of the feast. And I think I'm going to drop a Scale Bane to add a threat to the board. Even though it's probably just going to get death this turn, but it's good having a big body on the board. So on 9th turn I can do 4, 5, 6, 7. See, up to 30 life on turn 9 for him coming up. That is not a good position to be in. I should already had him close to dead. Alright, so we're just going to throw Murlocs down since we already saw Shadowward or Dragonfire Potion. Really don't fear too much of a board clear. I think we can take Redemption. 5 has 6, okay, yeah. And then I'm going to tap these guys. I'm looking for something that'll make them stickier, something that'll protect them a little more. Divine Shield helps out a lot. Unless he's got Pint-Size Horror. That helps out a lot. Dispel, okay. Soul Priest, alright. Circle. That's the old school clear. Pretty much have to trade here. Yeah, I can let him trade. I got 10 mana, so I'm going to go ahead and just drop a bunch of stuff down. Actually, no. So if I don't trade, he can take out the Scale Bane really easily with just his hero power and then trade. Pretty bad position here. Got pretty much no cards in my hand. He's got 4. He's been holding 1 since the beginning of the game. Lyra, Radiant. Here comes a bunch of spells. Good thing he hasn't gotten Raza or Anduin yet. But okay, Bach is really pretty good pickup here. I'm going to go ahead and Bach the Silver Hand Recruit here, or to make him enough to take out Lyra. I'm going to use the Scale Bane here. Go face. Spawn a guy. I'm hoping that he doesn't have anything in his hand, because he spent a lot of stuff already. I got 3 guys at 5, so this is a great Anduin turn for him. Nova. Ah, created by Lyra. Alright. Live and die by the AoEs, right? So let's see, I can do 15. If I get Wind Fury, I can do 25. Which would be a lot of damage. That's really nothing I can do other than that. So he already used Shadow Word Pain. He hasn't used the Shadow Word Death yet. +1/+1 doesn't really help too much. I mean, we're talking like a 2/2 or a 6/2, 6/3. These are kind of bad choices. It does help him not die to this guy. And I'm going to go ahead and Spellbreaker him because I don't want him drawing any more cards. I want to try to restrict his card draw as much as possible right now. That one extra card could have been, you know, Shadow Reaper Anduin or something. He just drew that. Good top deck, bro. That kills everything but this guy. And this guy... Tyrion's a decent pick up here. Still got to do 14 damage. Terram does not help me here. I'm going to go face, add another guy. Like I said, he still hasn't played a Shadow Word Death, so I'm looking out for that. He's probably going to be playing that here pretty soon. Kazakis, he can get like an armor spell. I would go for, if I were him, probably for a 5-cost spell. So was that 7 armor in the 5-cost area? Summon some guys who died this game. Would probably be his best bet as far as potions. Summon 2 friendly minions. Oh, draw 2. No armor. There's some pretty good summon 2s as well. Alright, we win. This is good, guys. So 6. I can do this a couple different ways, but I'm just going to War Leader him. Nice. Wasn't looking very good there, but we did it. One win, I like that. Starting off good. Let's see if we can keep that ball rolling today. Oh, coffee.
I will fight with honor.
With a coin, I might keep the Megasar. Playing a rogue here, so they're going to try to get bored early. Yeah, I might keep the Megasar. Could pay off. It was a good 1, 2, 3, 4 turn. I like that. I like that curve. I like disco beats. Now, since I got a good curve here, I don't mind using the coin to get on the board quicker. It was a pretty good first turn. If I had like a messed up curve somewhere along the way, I would probably have saved the coin to iron that out a little better. Like say I had 2, 3 drops, I would have saved the coin so I could do a 3 on 2 and go from there. That's good. Usually we see a backstab every time there against a rogue. And that's kind of expected, so don't let that tilt you. Getaway Kodo is probably the better bet. Although Noble Sacrifice has its warrants, but merits, but He's got a weapon and he can just clear it, and there'll just be 1 damage for, or 1 mana for 2 damage, and that's kind of useless. My minions aren't that great to come back with 1 life. You really want like Divine Shield minions and stuff like that. Like he's great for Tyrion later on. I'm gonna go with Getaway Kodo. Because like Battle Cry of having my Seer come back or my Hydrologist come back is pretty good. Or even the Megasar if it lasts that long. I don't know exactly when I'm going to play it though. Oh, double backstab in his hands. Damn. Alright, here comes Patches for 2. Alright, so he just took board. That's the problem. Third turn I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I'm not going to drop the Seer because obviously I don't have any Murlocs to buff here, although the 2/3 body's pretty good. I have to get rid of this guy. So that's kind of the only play I have right now. Fourth turn we're looking at like Serenite Chain Gang. What else? Another South Sea. And a Cold Blood, wow. He's going all face here. See, now this is where I miss my Golakka crawlers. Because I could really go for a crawler right now. I think we just trade here. And then we chum into Seer. And then see if we can trade next turn for something decent. We still have a 5/1 looking right in our face here. Both captains are gone, both backstabs are gone. We got 1 Cold Blood gone. Man.
This guy's toast.
Pretty hard hand. Unless we had like a Golakka crawler here, we would have been screwed no matter what we did. Oh, we traded the 5 into that. Oh, because he used his weapon beforehand. Alright, I think we just Tide Color and Megasar here. And hope for some sort of 3 health will help keep him alive. 1/1 will give him 3/2, and he'll die to the SI7. Can be targeted is kind of useless right now that both backstabs are gone. So I'm going to go with the 3 health. It's probably my best of the options. And time's flying by. We only got about a half hour left, guys. Maybe a little longer. Shadow Step SI7. Wow, that's pretty good. Sorry, I realized in the last video that I gotta stop drumming with my thumbs. I do that subconsciously. I think I scale Bane Getaway here. Try to get on board a little better. Looking at 8 damage, so that'll put me at 8. To our creeper, and then I would just go face if I were him, if I had a creeper. He's checking for Sina. Noble Sack would have been just 2 damage there. Oh man, he's not going face. That's good for me. He could have set up lethal, 2-turn lethal there, and I wouldn't have been able to do very much of anything. Ooh, that's a bad pickup. I mean, I could Spellbreaker and make him a 1/5. And then I'm looking at 4 or 5 damage next turn, putting me at about 7. I think the better play here would be Scale Bane Hero Power, because then I have 2 threats on board and make him maybe trade into those. I think that sets up my board easier. Stronger board there. Alright, double Firefly. Now he's going face. Oh, Finja doesn't help me very much. Alright, so now I'm going to Spellbreaker. I'm going to clear the 3 damage, the higher damage one. Yeah, might as well drop the Megasar. I gotta get the board back. He's got no cards in hand, so he's top decking. So hopefully, if I can clear the rest of the board, I can kind of stay alive a little longer. I still haven't seen any 2-drops, so it makes me think he's playing the Kelseth build. So I don't have to worry about Eviscerate and stuff like that. Being at 4, that's kind of a thing you have to worry about constantly. Also, he's top decking, so I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, that's a good pickup. Wow. Let's see how we want to do this, though. I think I gotta, I gotta trade here. I gotta take care of this guy, clear this guy, and then my highest health minion. I'm gonna go ahead and Spike Ridge. So we're looking at 22 damage, 23 damage here, so I can set up lethal here for next turn. Yes. That was a tough one. We're really close to dying there. Alright, alright. I like a 2-0 start. Hunter. Hunter's usually pretty mid-range, so they try to get on the board early. We want to do the same. So with the coin, I'm going to keep the Blessing of Kings and the War Leader. I'm going to hope I get like a 1 or 2 drop Murloc here. 3 drop. Okay. So this is another what I was talking about earlier about trying to fix your curve with the coin. First turn I can drop the Tide Collar, and then second turn I can coin out one of these 2, and then third turn drop the other one, which is always useful. I'm sorry, I gotta stop drumming with my thumbs. I do that when I'm thinking and nervous. Okay, I could play the Tide Collar here, but then he would just get eaten by these 2 cats. So this kind of messes up what I was talking about, but I think I might coin out the Hydrologist because I would rather have him get eaten by the cats and then Secret and Tide Collar next turn. This is a good matchup to keep Noble Sacrifice because you can't just hero power and swing into it to test for it. Plus it also helps disrupt their minion-based damage game. Worst thing I can see right now is a hyena, and then he trades the 2 cats into it, or into my Hydrologist, and then he has a big hyena on board. Fiery Bat's okay, I can deal with that. Oh, another alley cat. Wow, he's got a lot of beasts on board. What are you thinking about? Alright, so he went wide on his board. And dropping Noble Sacrifice right now, it kills a 1-1. So that's not that big of an advantage. I'm going to drop the Tide Collar and the Inquisitor, making him a threat that he has to clear. He's going to do it with the Fiery Bat, probably. But then I'm going to kill a beast. Now an hyena will be really bad. But there's not much else I could have done there. Let's see, if I would have played the Tide Collar first and he traded into him, he would have had 2 cats and a bat. And I would have had a naked board. Second turn I would have dropped a Hydrologist. Yeah, so I think this is the better way to start this one. I think this is you plug the Seer right now to keep my guys alive more. I'm gonna play the one that I just got, and I'm gonna trade into the bat first with that guy because that extra 1 damage. Oh, cool! It went face. That's good. Okay, so we're starting to claw the board back here. Claw it back away from cats. Gastropod. All right. I was worried about on 4 the Beastmaster play, because that's always pretty strong. You really want to clear their board of beasts before their 4th turn. But it looked like we're okay there. He's going to leave my Hydrologist up. And I'm going to use that Hydrologist to trade into there, but I think I'm going to drop the Megasaur since I got it and see what my other options are. If I drop the Megasaur, I might be able to get like Divine Shield, which will save my Hydrologist. That's a 1 in what, 6 or 7 different chance here, and that's the only thing I can get that will really save him. So that's not really that great of a play. Another thing I can do is Noble Sack now that he doesn't have a weapon, and War Leader, which would be a pretty good play. I think I'm going to do that. That'll clear his board completely. That beeping you just heard, my chicken's done. I'm going to have to go and pull that out of the oven here in a minute. But I know it always takes a little bit longer than my timer, so I'm going to let it go to the end of this match. But as soon as it's done, I'm going to go run and take care of that chicken. Stegadon. Wow. Nice. Okay, so between these 2 plays here, we got Megasaur by the Blessing of Kings here. So I can easily Blessing of Kings one of these 2 guys and then clear the Stegadon. My other options are to Chum and Megasaur here. That would give me ways to protect this with like Divine Shield, +1/+1, greater health, which I can also get from the Seer. So I think I'm going to do that instead of the Kings. I'm going to save the Kings for an effect on the board later. So I'm going to Megasaur here. Wind Fury. Yeah, +3 attack sounds good right now, because then I can clear it with one of the minions. And then I'm going to clear it with my War Leader. And then I could represent a lot of damage on board here. Actually, that's lethal if he doesn't do anything. So, double check. 7 to 6 is 13, +6 is 19. Yep, that's it. Yeah, alright. Let me go check on my chicken. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. It's got about another 10 minutes. It was only about 140. Alright, let's update that win there. So we're 3-0 this morning. I like that. Let's keep that going. Seems like messing around with the build a little bit helped out based on what I was seeing on Tuesday. Plus, we haven't seen any warlocks today, so that always helps.
I will fight.
Alright, Chum Balfin. Rallying Blade doesn't do very much work against Mage. I mean, what am I going to clear with it? Not very much. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to get my minion base combat a little better. He kept his first card, so I'm thinking he's going to be Quest Mage. Quest Mage you want to kill fast as you can. Because if they get a chance to stall you, you're pretty much done. Oh. Either he's holding back, or he's not Quest. If he's not Quest, the other percentage is probably Secret. And Secret Mage is more aggro-ish. They have a lot of disruption with their secrets, and a lot of bigger minions that they can drop a lot cheaper. So they are a real threat. I'm hoping to do 4th turn Megasar, 5th turn Finja. Oh man, drawing backwards here. Alright, so 3rd turn, this is probably a secret turn for him. Or coin into something. Oh, that was the card he kept. Water Elemental. Okay, so we're talking Control Mage here. Which is fine. I'm going to drop a Megasar here. I'm probably looking for Poisonous or something similar to that. Just to clear the Elemental. Poisonous. It's always good to talk about what you are looking for when you drop the Megasar. Just because then it gives you your percentages of how likely the thing you're going to get is. Like before when I was talking +1/+1 or +3/0 is good, you know, and then you kind of weigh how many of those you can have, then weigh your odds. It's always good to do that because then you can get a good real understanding of what your chances are. Like if you're looking for just one type of adapt and that's the only thing that'll save you, you're probably not going to get it. Not to say you won't. I mean, there is times when you need to get lucky, and you do. So it is a card game, right? I like the Chum buffed Finja here. Alright, so my options are I can drop Tarim and clear and kill my own Finja. Or I can clear with both of these guys. And then the minions I get from Finja, I can turn 3/3s into Tarim. I really want to do 7/8 Bone Mare Tyrion. That's a pretty good curve there. So... Or another option is just ignore the Elemental and go face hard.
Let me think.
This is a tough one.
Move quickly.
I think I'm going to clear. And tear him. Oh no. So making those guys 3/3 doesn't really help me out very much. Problem is I'm kind of buffing my board right into Blizzard turn. So if he's got the Blizzard, it's pretty much bad news for me. But if he doesn't, it's bad news for him. So yeah, that's bad news for him. Alright. Let's add another win to that. 4-0 today. Ooh, Shaman. Shaman's a tough matchup. If they get their board clears early, like Lightning and Maelstrom Portal, you're pretty much screwed. You want to get on the board early. I keep saying that, but that's pretty much your game plan against everybody. I don't like having double Vilespine, or Vilefin, because it really doesn't work that well. I'd rather have some other Murlocs, which I didn't get, but yeah, okay. So Vilefin into Rock Pool is a pretty good play. A 2/4 for 1 is always really good. Tyrion doesn't help. So this keeps me kind of out of lightning range a little bit too. Second turn I'm looking for probably Jade Claw. But that doesn't help him either. So that's pretty good. I'm going to go with the Totem. So here's where I probably just Rallying Blade. Yeah, I'm just going to Rallying Blade and go face. I'm going to keep the Blade because it's good to keep the board clear against a Shaman. And pushing that extra 3 damage right now doesn't help me too much. Alright, so now the Spike Ridge there, or the Stonehill here, if I trade here, it kind of puts me in a little weird position with Lightning Storm, because then you can definitely clear the Rock Pool with it. So I'm going to make him gamble for 3s and disregard the 1 damage extra. So now if he Lightning Storms, he's going to have to get double 3s here, whereas this would always die on a Lightning Storm. Sungeon Save Master. Curator. Yeah, I'm drawing everything really weird here. Scalebane is really my only play here. That's all I had mana for. I'm going to go ahead and plug away here. Face. Stonehill's kind of a weird card for like an evolved shaman, so I'm not exactly sure what we're playing against here. Typically you would see like Serenite for your taunts, because it's more tokens on the board. I don't like brooms. Get the brooms out of here. Jade Lightning, Coin Maelstrom. Jade Claws. Oh wow. Alright, so he's got 5 damage total. See, now the Seer is a pretty decent idea here, but I think that Spike Ridge is my best play here. And I'm just going to go face. Put pressure on him. I have lethal on board here, so if he can't clear anything, he loses. It sets up for a Bone Mare turn next turn. To evolve. Alright, so we're both 1/1s and they both die. So now my Bone Mare won't have anything to buff, so I think it'd be smarter to do a Curator next turn. Fill my hand with Murlocs and a Megasar. I got him down to 8, so really need to just play some value and try to get something on the board that's going to stick. We got one devolve out of the way. Alright, yeah, so we're definitely just going to Curator here.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Pass the turn. This is setting up for the long haul pretty much. Because next turn I could drop a bunch of Murlocs and adapt them. Or if you can't clear the Curator, which you can, okay. I was going to say we can Bone Marrow and kill him. It's getting some pretty good stuff here. Alright, so I can fill my board and adapt. Or I can drop Tyrion. And he's used some removal already. He's got no Jade Lightnings anymore. He's used one devolve, so we might have another devolve to devolve Tyrion. But I think that's a better play. Because we had big threat Curator, big threat Tyrion. We had big threat from our Spike Ridged Vilefin we had earlier. Was it a Vilefin? I think it was. Get all these Murlocs mixed up. Top. It's pretty good. Okay, so he's looking at a pretty good evolve board too. Yeah, starting to take it up. I take it back. I need to get this board back. So I'm gonna just clear him. It's kind of a no-brainer here. I'm gonna chum. Alright, so I want to spend about 4 mana on Murlocs. It's the best Murlocs I can drop for 4 mana. It is probably... Yeah, I want to keep the War Leader until next turn. Because if I have Warlocks on board, or Murlocs on board, I can just drop the War Leader and clear and maybe represent lethal. So, my best use of Murlocs here would probably be Vilefin and Cold Light to make them a little more sticky. And then drop the Megasaur. Alright, so we can do 3 health or Wind Fury is our best bets here. If he's got Bloodlust, he might be able to kill me. Not thinking about that, but yeah. I'm going to do Wind Fury, so maybe I can clear his board a little better. So let's see, 3 times 6, 18... 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, if he's got Bloodlust, he wins here. You lose board against a Shaman, man, you're pretty much screwed, because then you can fill up the entire board and then just Bloodlust 1 turn and you're dead. I'm out of coffee. I don't know if he's still adding it up or what's going on here. He may not have Bloodlust, but I'm pretty sure he does. I mean, he's already 14 cards through his deck, so he's halfway through his deck. If he runs 2, he's pretty much got 1. Wow. I won that one. That's amazing. Alright, that was my alarm from that chicken again. Let me double check the temperature on that and I'll be right back. We'll play like one more. Maybe two. Alright, it's only at like 155, so you gotta make sure your chicken's at 165 degrees internal temperature. It's PSA of the day. Alright, we're 5-0. I like this. Keep this up.
Uther, success, now fury.
I must protect Omar.
Alright, Druid. So we're thinking either Big Druid, Jade Druid, or Aggro Token. Either way, game plan's always the same. I know it's really repetitive, but get on board. Get damage in early. Make sure the board's pretty clear. Grimscale and a Rock Pool is an okay start. I don't mind that too much at all. I do mind kind of that it is on I'm on second turn around the coin, because if I drop the chum, he can hero power and clear it pretty easily. But if he does that, he can't ramp. So, or he wouldn't ramp. Oh, Jades. Okay, so you can just trade it with the Jade. Buff and Finja, good. That's an easy trade for him. And then he can ramp freely. Cool. So even though I don't get value out of the Rock Pool here by playing him, it's probably the best bet. Even because the 2/3 body is really good. And I could always use the other Rock Pool later. You lose a little bit of the Battle Cry value, but yeah. Getting on board and keeping board is more important. Alright, so he's getting his Jades rolling really early here. That could be a problem real quick. So we gotta watch out. Drawing cards instead of ramping, okay. This is the only option, really Hydrologist. Jitaway Kodo is really good here. Again, Noble Sack is not as good against characters that can just hero power and check for it. Repentance actually sounds really good because in 6th turn he could be dropping the 3/6 Jade Behemoth one, or Jade Big Elephant. So I'm going to play that. And then you have a 3/3 and a 3/1, and those are easily cleared. And then I can drop Finja or Scalebane depending on what I feel better about. I think Scalebane would be better against a Jade Druid because you really want to get that damage in there as fast as you can. Let's see what's going on here though. I think that volcano is one of the coolest things. For a long time, I was wondering why this was here, because you can just like, I'm like, oh, you could just play the drums, and I'm like, there's got to be something going on with it, and eventually I figured out that you can set off the volcano with it. All right, so here is probably just a Megasar turn instead of our Scalebane idea. Things we're looking for, again, let's just add it up real quick, is 3 attack will help us clear completely his board, but then we're susceptible to swipe, so that's not as good. Poisonous, again, could clear the whole thing, still susceptible to swipe. +1/+1 helps a little bit, because then I can clear at least 2 of those minions, or at least one of those, and then damage another one. And then you wouldn't be susceptible to swipe as much.
Let me think.
Another option is I can Finja and then bring one low enough to where I can kill it, and then Megasar next turn, which is a pretty good option. And I think I'm going to do that. And go ahead and kill one. Go ahead and end the turn. 7th turn, we're looking at his dude, Death Knight. It's a possibility here. What else is on 7? Again, we can do that, the Jade Elephant one. That's 6 mana. What else is on 7th mana? Not much. I mean, we're susceptible swipe here for those guys, so then you would have 3 left over, and you could Jade Blossom or something like that to ramp up a little more. His Jades are at 3/3 now, so it's pretty good. Nice. That's not as helpful. I wish that was something better. Alright, so we're going to continue with that plan where we're going to Finja into the Megasar. That's pretty good. Again, we're looking really for poisonous. Wow, that was really weird. Picking up both the Tide colors. Poisonous, yeah, it's probably our best bet here, because then we could start clearing a lot more stuff. I'm gonna leave Aya up, because having a 4/4 and a 5/5, 2/4/4 Jades would not help me out at all. The 6/2 is not as big of a deal, and I can deal with the Jade that she spawns later. 8th turn, we're looking at. Does Jade still run the dragon, the Primordial Drake? If so, that'd be a pretty decent play to clear out 2 of the poisons. Yeah, that'd be really good. Clear 2 of the poisons and get my hero power gone. And then she can just trade into Finja. He chose to ramp, so I'm looking at UI next turn. Okay, he's cleared pretty much everything possible here. Shoot, we're talking 7th turn, so I can Bone Marrow. So 5, 6, 7, so that'd be 2. Alright, so we're looking at UI pretty much no matter what here. Next turn. Really, I think my best bet here is to chum Tarim. But I kind of want to save Tarim for when he's got a lot more Jades and it gets a lot more value. Bone Mare kind of helps the board a little bit, I think. I think we're going to Bone Mare. and then trade to get rid of the 4/4 and just go face. He could also Coon UI here, which is another pretty good play, because then you get a 7/7, a 5/5, and a crap ton of cards in your hand. Jade's a pretty decent matchup for me. It's just I kind of must have had a little different start here, because normally they're a lot lower by 10th turn.
Time waits for no one.
Farion. I seriously thought we were getting a UI since he ramped up on that for 10th turn. So he's doing 3 damage, 6 damage. Alright, 8th turn. I got 8 mana worth of Murlocs in my hands. So I'm going to continue with the Murloc synergy. Go ahead and Grimscale, Tidecaller, or War Leader. Wow. Alright, so we're looking. So Taunt and Wind Fury. Problem with Wind Fury here is he can easily swipe. If he swipes him, my Grimscale dies. He's got a lot of targets to swipe, so I mean Wind Fury would put a lot of pressure on the board. Taunt is really kind of useless right now, and Stealth is just saves me for 1 turn. He could still swipe my other guys who aren't Stealth, so I'm gonna choose Wind Fury to kind of put a little pressure. Maybe he'll get scared or something. It's probably the best of my choices there. That's fine. This is fine. Alright, I really think I just kind of tear him this turn. Just get as many things on the board as I can. And then I keep my War Leader alive. Just because he's buffing so many other Warlocks. And Murlocs. Murlocs, Warlocks, whatever. Been holding on to the Scalebane for way too long. Good thing is I have lethal on board. So if he does absolutely nothing, I win. There's the UI. Oh, you didn't draw that until late. Alright. Now's the big swing turns here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I mean, it's really all I can do here is try to get as much in as I can. I'm not in the risk of dying right now. I have to kill him quickly. Now that he's got all these cards. It's funny, his UI was on 10th turn like he didn't even ramp. Alright, so what do you pick up? He hasn't used any swipes yet, so I'm assuming a swipe's going to be coming down here pretty soon. He's probably going to shuffle a Jade Idol. What else could he have gotten? He only played one ramp with his Jade Blossom. He's still got the 2-drop one that he can draw cards off of too. Kuhn's a great play. I don't know if he runs any of the armor ones, but that would be a great play right now to throw on Kuhn. There's the other Spreading Plague. So much stuff. What helps us out here? I mean, always drawing in a Bone Marrow or Spike Ridge helps. We want to clear these guys. Curator would help fill my hand up a little bit more. Comes another big Jade. So yeah, we're losing the race here. Oh, Filefin is not a good pickup. Oh, that's bad. Alright, the only thing I can do is just try to clear some of these taunts out of the way. Hero Power, then Vilefin, then Hero Power. Make sure you know your orders. Good. And that's all I can do. That would be a huge swipe turn for him, because he's got a couple guys at 4. He's got 2 guys at 1. He's got 4 things on the board. Yeah, that Vilefin was pretty bad pickup. Yeah, I just lost the race. I think he had lethal in there, didn't he? This one is 15, 20. Okay, no, he didn't. Alright, our first loss today. Sorry guys, I'm letting you down. Like I said, we needed to have him much lower life before turn 10. And I'll have to review the tapes on that one tonight and look if there's any faster of a start I could have had on that. But I don't know why he's holding back.
The victory is yours.
5-1, man. I hate putting a loss up. Alright, my chicken is definitely done this time, so I'm going to take it out and I'll be right back. We're going to play like one more game and then I got to get going.
Uther versus Alfuria.
I must protect Omar.
I will fight with honor.
Alright, we got Coin, we got Rock Pull and Hydrologist. It's a good start. You guys probably can't hear me, I'm just talking. Alright, we got Coin. We got a good start here. Good earlier stuff. Just the same guy. Nope. Oak no was the last druid I faced. Okay, so again we're looking at Jade, Big, or aggro token. You usually can tell off the first couple plays. Strategy is pretty much the same, only with aggro token you want to keep his board clear more than pushing damage. Chicken's done, by the way. Internal temperature 165. Always go for that with chicken. Alright, so we're talking Jades again. Alright, so maybe we can do this a little better this time. I'm going to coin out the Hydrologist. That way the chum doesn't die immediately to hero power or anything like that. If we're looking at Jades, Repentance becomes really good later in the game. But early game, I think we'll go with the Getaway Kodo, because I got a lot of decent battle cries here that'll really help coming back out again. So second turn I might chum. Yeah, I might chum Getaway Kodo. That helps out a little bit. He can hero power and trade, or he can do Jade Blossom is probably his best play on turn 3. He's gonna hero power and trade, so that kind of helps. See, if he had Jade Blossom and he just wants to clear my board, that really helps slow down his ramp. Nice. So now I'm gonna go ahead and throw that chum down again. Buff the same one, so we're going to go ahead and drop that same one and buff my chum this time. So in 4th turn he's got like Jade Spirit, Swipe. Swipe doesn't really do any good for him because these are all buffed now. Buyer Keeper, yeah. And he's using it for ramp, which is smart. I'm going to want to clear that and then push face as best I can. I could do Blessing of Kings on one of these guys and trade, but that doesn't seem like a very good idea. I can always save that Blessing as a surprise for later. So I'm definitely going to Running Blade here, trade into that, and go face. Got to get that damage in as fast as possible. 6th turn we're talking Spreading Plague, or the Jade Elephant. Or Nourish, under mana. And he did it for ramp, so now he's at 9, so he's going to UI here on his 5th turn. Which is pretty good. I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and slam Scalebane and give him a target for UI. Keep pushing face. Because if he UIs here, then I have 10 damage, and then the Blessing of Kings from hand, which is a lethal. That's what this is what you got to do against a Jade Druid. Got to get it done early. Okay, Spreading Play is good. Good play. It stalls me a turn. Yeah, I think we definitely just Blessing of Kings my chum, and then buff a Murloc afterwards with the Rock Pool. That way we can clear all of his minions, all of his taunts, and make him basically in the same position that he was last turn. I'm going to buff the Murloc over here to keep him out of the 4 damage swipe range. That's good. That's good. So he can Death Knight here. Nice. Alright, we win this one. That's what you got to do against Jades. Not what I did last turn. But you got to just get on board and take them out as fast as you can. Nice. Alright, let's do one more game. See if we can get to rank 11 for today. And then I got to go. Again, I'm sorry for the short stream, but I got a meeting and I got a test to study for tomorrow. Let's add that win up here, 6-1 today. Let's see if we can make it 7. That'd be beautiful. If you guys got any suggestions or any other comments or anything like that, go ahead and let me know in the chat here, or if you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, in the comments.
I will fight with honor.
Okay, so we got Chum. Second turn I can drop War Leader, and then Rallying Blade on 3, or switch that, and then 4 Megasar. This isn't a bad start with the coin. Let's think about this a little more though. Playing against a hunter, most of the time you see either a macaw or the cats come out, and that would kill my Chum pretty much right away, making the War Leader kind of useless. Rallying Blade would be a lot of wasted damage that way, so I want earlier Murlocs here. I'm going to toss back the Rallying Blade and the Megasar. I want earlier Murlocs, like 2-drop Murlocs. Okay, Vilefin's a great play on the first turn against a hunter. So we're talking a heavy aggro here. I'm going to drop the Inquisitor. I could have chummed there and then dropped the Inquisitor and used my coin, but something's telling me I need to save that. Oh, he's going to eat it. Wow. Alright, so my options are I can coin out the War Leader and then trade into his Pirate. And then he would trade back with his Gulaka. Or I can Tidecaller, Chum and Tidecaller. I'd probably Tidecaller Chum and then have my War Leader 3/3. That's a pretty good play, but it doesn't let me do anything to his board. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the War Leader first and trade. Kind of let him figure out what he's going to do with only 1 minion on the board. Again, I really want to clear his board of beasts before turn 4, so I really want to clear for next turn. Because the Houndmaster puts on some hurt when you can buff a beast. Tracking. This looks like a really pretty much a face hunter. I played a lot of face hunter back in the day, so this looks a lot like it. You really only trade when you have threats on board, and you try to hero power every turn. It hasn't changed very much in a long time here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just trade that right away. I'm gonna play Tidecaller first, and then play the Chum. So I cleared his board on turn 4 of beasts, and I'm kind of building my my board back up here. Next turn I can Megasar. It's always Huffer. Yeah, can I make a worse trade? You gotta ask yourself every time if you're gonna trade. Alright, so if I Megasar off of just one guy, it's not that valuable. And what can I get? I can get +1/+1 or Divine Shield or something like that to save my guy for a turn. I can't clear his board of beasts right now, so we're looking at Houndmaster next turn, and he's going to make one of those guys a 3/3 taunt and have a 4/3. So I need to develop more Murlocs on the board so that I can drop my Megasar for next turn. Noble Sack does a little bit of good work here, but I'm not going to be able to play it anyway. I'm going to go into Hero Power. So what am I going to want in the future? And I think I'm going to want Getaway Kodo in the future. I do have Redemption, and I could couple that with Tyrion, which would be great on turn like 8 or 9. But I don't think it's going to get there. I think the game's going to be over faster than that. I'm going to go ahead and go face and then see what he's going to do here. Like I said, we're probably looking at Houndmaster buff on one of those guys. And if he's truly face, he's probably just going to go face. Yeah, there's the Houndmaster buff. Oh, cool, he's trading. Nice. Okay, so if he's trading all that stuff, he probably has high main. So we're looking at maybe high main next turn. So my options this turn are to Megasar, my 1/1 guy, and drop the Getaway Kodo. But then he would like clear my 1/1 guy, and I just have to drop him again. That doesn't seem very good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and Scale Bane here, since he can't kill it with the stuff on board right away. And that gives me a 4/1 here after he buffs. Helps develop my board a little bit. We're still looking pretty weak to the high main turn. Oh, there's a Scale Bane. Okay. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Alright, 6th turn here. I can Hero Power and Megasar, which is really pretty good here. Megasar, if I get +1/+1, I can clear his Scale Bane and his Houndmaster, leaving just the 4/2 there. We can get +3 attack as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. That sounds like probably my best move here. +1/+1 is what we were looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. I'm going to clear his Scale Bane. I'm going to clear his Houndmaster. And then I'm going to let him go to turn 7. I'm kind of weak right now to Deathstalker Rexar, because then he can just clear these guys easily. That's a good deadly shot target there. There's a Razor Maw. Alright, so I think I Bone Mare here and clear every day of the week. I like that play. It keeps my guys alive, puts a lot of big threats on the board. He's looking at 17 damage next turn. There we go, we win. Alright guys, we went a total of 7-1 today. A lot better than yesterday. Got all the way down to rank 11. We're going to continue again. I don't know exactly when I'm going to stream again, but I'll put it on my stream and see the next time I can stream. Probably be next week, maybe Monday or Tuesday, something like that. If I don't see you before then, have a good Thanksgiving. Thanks, guys.